I didn't understand God's true love until I went through one of the worst stretches of my life. I'm telling you, man. And prior to that, I've always been born with crazy favor. Everything I think or spoke, God would bring it to flesh. That was within reason. I'm talking, if me and my wife would sit down, we would look at trips and be like, hey, I want to go to Maldives. I want to go to Abu Dhabi. These would be goals. But while we're looking to take a domestic trip, God will find a way to make those big trips line up in that budget. So we would go to Abu Dhabi. We would go places. We went to Minnesota with my daughter one time, and the receptionist was like, we went with a pure heart for our daughter to see snow for the first time. The reception was like, well, there's going to be no snow at any point while y'all here. So if y'all want to see snow, man, y'all better pray. In like a joking manner. And overnight, God sent a snowstorm. So my daughter was able to see snow for the very first time. Like I say, man, everything we spoke came to flesh. With all that crazy favor, I still did not understand the true fullness of God's love until I hit one of the worst stretches of my life. They say God is closest to the brokenhearted, where even though you have all these people around you that love you, my mother, my father, my wife, one of my best friends who became an even better friend, because, true brothers are formed in diverse times. It's still like God put that ISO game on me. And no, it's like, no, it's you and me. You have to understand what I am. So this chapter of your life, I'm taking away favor and I'm making you rely more on faith, because true to my name, I was named Thomas, so be careful what you name your kids. I doubt it. Everything in my life I had to really see to believe, and that is not how God worked. So he stripped that favor, and he just kept it. And regardless of how down I was, everything, I knew it was God, because I was get a break. I would get a break soon as a due date would be. He would send an unexpected blessing. He was like, you're still doubting, Thomas. You're still doubting. Regardless of what I was going through, the weight would get heavy, and then he'll send that blessing like right before the last day that is needed, or whatever it was. He would send it the last day, and that's how I really understood God's love. Like, man, you got to go through it. He's going to isolate you, and you guys are going to become very, very close. He just guided me through that way. With every morning, all I had, I had my wife, but it just seemed like, he would give them words to encourage me. I guess that's his love in the human flesh, a best friend, a mother, because they always speak encouraging words. It's going to get better. It's going to turn around. And that's God showing you love. But he was like, no, you have to walk through this valley. This is your valley. Yeah, you've been on top of mountains, what they say, green pastures and all those beautiful things. But now you're in the valley. You're in the valley. You're on your way to God preparing that table for you in the presence of your enemy. But right now you are in a valley, and it's just me and you. I'm all you. I gave you all these people, but know those people I put around, those people that's around you, I put them there, and you have to appreciate them properly. So that was my biggest lessons, appreciate. I grew gratitude for even stronger gratitude for the people that God placed in my life that you don't understand. Like, you don't need them until you need them. And thankfully, they were there exactly when I need them, man. I grew a new appreciation for my wife, a new appreciation for my best friend, a new appreciation for my mother, my father. And he was, and one of the biggest lessons he was saying, son, I gave you everything you need. You just have to use it. Like, I wasn't utilizing a lot of gifts God gave me. I just was like, I would play with them. I was very gifted. I was very gifted in football. Didn't necessarily take it seriously. So God said, man, your gifts will make way. So whoever's out there, man, if you're in diverse times, use what God have you. If God put people in your life, lean on them. Good people, because a great friend is just good people. I know I'm rambling, man. This is one of my first long form videos, but I just wanted to get that out there, man. That was just on my mind to share that testimony. That even with all that favor, I didn't understand God's true love. Even with all that love that surrounded me, I didn't understand what love really was until I went through a tough time, man. And God is there, very near to the brokenhearted. Thank you.